Yo, 59 gamers, what is going on? It is your boy ZVG, and today we're going to be taking a look at and discussing the future of revival nullification, because the BS that's going to be coming out very soon does nullify revival. Before I get into it, make sure you guys do like, subscribe, share, all this good stuff. Make sure you guys also leave a comment. But nevertheless, I am joined here by the homie Swift. Swift, say what's up.
Yo, what up, fam?
And we're gonna be discussing anti-revival and what it means for the future of the game. So first of all, did you expect a revival nullification unit to come out this soon, or did you expect it to come out at all?
No, this is something I think myself and multiple other people, but we never really expected anything like this. I mean, we've seen anti-revival. That's something we're familiar with. Obviously, there's a lot of units that have these anti-revival mechanics, but we've never flat out seen revive nullified. And they obviously leaked this in the Dragon Ball's Battle Hour. I'm sure most of you guys have already seen this screenshot. But this is something we've never seen before. And it brings up a lot of questions. How does it work? Is it like unlimited on every single blue card? Because if you've seen this video, it activates on Beerus's blue card. So it brings up questions. How many times can you do it? Is it just unlimited? Is it a last man standing buff where it only works in certain situations? I think there's a lot of questions that I think everybody's asking right now. Me personally, I know I love God Key. It's probably my favorite team in the game, and I was super excited to see this Beerus, but when I saw the revive nullified, I got a little bit nervous just for PvP's sake, because if you're somebody that's spent crystals and you've summoned for revive units, then something like this should make you a little bit nervous, because it's like, is it just gonna completely cancel my unit? Revival Gohan, for example, like a unit like this that just flat out nullifies revival, then it's going to make other units like Revival Gohan a lot less intimidating. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of questions to be answered here. But I'm definitely excited for the Beerus. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the complete, just the flat out nullify revival here, ZVG?
Yeah, first I want to say that I did not expect this to happen. Honestly, I felt like this was something that they would never really do, because as you said before, right, characters revive because they need to revive. It's not like they can just die and just be fine. Like Revival Gohan needs to transform, Elder Frieza, I mean not Elder Frieza, the Revival Frieza also needs to transform himself. So if you take that out, that's basically like a waste, really, because their first forms aren't really that crazy or anything. That's not the full kit, right? The full kit is when they transform and then they become these monsters in PvP. So having the ability to just kill off a unit that's opposed to that part of their most of their kit or whatever is in the transformation side is kind of wild. But I feel like this is kind of bad for PvP, honestly, in my opinion. I do agree with the sentiment that if you run revival, or if you spend money for revival units, then you should be a little bit concerned, because if this guy doesn't have any restrictions on his revival notification, then it's gonna be very, very, very bad. Because if you didn't know, he does lock in with his green card, so you can just lock in his green card and also just pop the blue card and just kill your revival unit, and you won't be able to do anything about it. So it's kind of wild to see, but I think we should have probably seen this coming, because we do have endurance notification, so it was only a matter of time before it really got a revive notification. But I was hoping that they would not do it, because revival units need to revive to do what they do. So
oh yeah, I was just about to say, like, with revival units, like that's half of their kit basically is when they revive. Like, at least with endurance, if you get your endurance nullified, I would say that's a lot less impactful than having a revive unit get nullified.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I hope that they limit it somehow. Like, if it's a last man standing buff, maybe like one or two of your allies has to be dead, or maybe the enemy's allies has to be dead, and it has to be like the last unit on their team.
Yeah.
Some type of limitation here. But I think at the end of the day, just the fact that we see this right here in the screenshot, revive nullified, we know it's coming.
Yeah.
In one shape, one way or another, one shape or another, we're getting a revive nullification, nullify revival buff into the game on this Beerus.
Yeah.
We know it's coming. I just don't know what it's gonna look like. Maybe we can revisit this, in a week or two and see how good this Beerus actually is.
Yeah.
Was this revive nullification buff? Was it, something that is good for PvP? Is it bad for PvP? We can probably revisit this topic, in a week from now and see where we're at. But as of right now, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm super excited for God Key, but I'm a little bit nervous just for this specific thing right here. Because I do think I think this really isn't a good thing for PvP, honestly. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but I also don't think too. I do think that they will limit it. I feel like just having this just not limited is really bad. So I do think that the most likely outcome is that the revival unit has to be the last unit on the enemy's team, and then only then can you nullify it with Beerus' blue card, right? But Beerus getting this
because, like you said, oh my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was gonna say because the green, like you said, the green card locks in. So if you lock in with that green card early, like let's say you just started a fight, and you get priority with this Beerus. If you lock in and hit him with the blue card super early in the match and just flat out nullify a revival, that is literally a game changer. Like that is a game changing play. It's a game changing buff to have in your kit. So I hope it's limited somehow to where it's something you use, mid to late game. It's not something that you want to be, activated early in the match, or else that'll just be a complete game changer, But yeah, my bad. Continue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with this Beerus having a revive notification, that means that throughout this year and possibly next year, we're gonna see more, revive notified units, because whenever they introduce a new mechanic, units after it always, in some way, shape, or form, get that mechanic. Remember when Vegeta Blue first dropped, and he had that, anti-cover change? We are like, oh my god, this is so insane, this is crazy. And now look at how many units have anti-cover change when they, on their main abilities. Bardock, Evolution Vegeta Blue has it just normally when the battle starts. Super Saiyan Goku, Jiren. So more units are gonna come out over time that is going to have revive notification, and then only then, because Beerus having it alone is not like really super duper crazy, but once multiple units are having it, bro, then that means running revival is gonna be like, kind of a risky thing to do, right? If they do introduce a lot of units with revive notification.
Oh yeah, your revival units are just gonna become a liability.
Yeah,
like honestly, they're just gonna become a liability. And I mean, you could argue, endurance is still valuable, but there's a bunch of units that nullify endurance. But I think once again, that's just a different, like you can compare that to endurance, but it's just different. Like revival is like basically 50% of your character's kit is based on the revival. Endurance, the way I look at endurance is it's just like a bonus. That like you look at future Gohan, he's a super good unit. He does all these different things, and then he's got that, the endurance is kind of like a bonus. But with revival, it's like you look at revival Gohan, he absolutely needs that revival. He comes back and he hits super hard. He becomes an offensive powerhouse. Like revival is just completely different. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what this Beerus looks like when he comes out. I'm really interested to see like the specific kit and like what the kit actually looks like. But yeah, we're gonna find out soon enough. I think he comes out next week, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. If he does, sorry about that, but just my final thoughts on Beerus and everything. I feel like introducing revive notification is probably gonna be bad for the game, but who knows? Maybe they implement it right. Maybe if they give it the right restrictions, then it won't be such a big deal. And hopefully, if they do restrict it, that doesn't mean that Beerus is just gonna be garbage. Like hopefully they make his kid still really good, and if they do restrict it, just make sure that he's still good even without being able to nullify revival consistently, right? But yeah, it all depends on how they implement it. They've been doing a great job so far with the meta and everything post festival, so I do have a little bit more faith in them now than previously, but it all depends on how they implement it. And yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how PvP changes with this new Beerus, and if you will, truly kill off revival units or anything of that sort.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I am super excited for God Key. I think that this Beerus is definitely going to be a very, very good addition to God Key.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to just start playing with God Key again, because it feels like lately God Key's been kind of tough to run, just because it's not one of the meta teams, and as you get higher up in ranks, it becomes harder and harder to run those mid teams, those fun teams.
Yeah.
that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this beers for sure.
Yeah, same. So yeah, this is gonna be our final thoughts on the final part of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys do leave a comment. What do you guys think about, you know, them introducing Nullify Revival? And yeah, make sure you guys like and also subscribe. This is ZVG, joined by the homie Swift, and we'll catch you guys in the next 5-9 gaming video. Peace out and one love, guys.
Peace.